Morning, everybody. Good morning, Jason, James, Brian, Lock Pickings Gal. Good morning. Glad you could join us. Night Owl. Happy Saturday. Brian. I think I said you. Anyway, yeah. Happy Saturday. Here in the U.S., it's a long weekend. We have the Labor Day holiday on Monday, so everybody's kind of settling back and enjoying the long weekend. I know I'm going to. The last month, the month of August just flew by. I mean, where'd it go? It just went out the window. I mean, seems like I would get up every Monday morning and come home Friday evening and then have a day out here and then go right back to work the next day. So anyway, definitely looking forward to it. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be cooking some barbecue, which, if you're not sure, not familiar, whatever, barbecue here in North Carolina is a religion. It's very much so a religion. Much like it is, many other places in the U.S. But here in North Carolina, it definitely is a religion. There are two major denominations. There is the Eastern barbecue and the Western barbecue, which is what I make. Eastern style barbecue normally has a it's a vinegar based sauce. So you have vinegar, red pepper flakes, some hot sauce, normally some little dash of sugar in there, but it's liquid, and I don't like that. Western barbecue, you have the tomato based sauce, so it's a little bit sweeter, much thicker, cleaner sauce. If you're from other parts of the country or around the world, it's more like a rib sauce, which is what I make. And then I also make mustard sauce, which is a South Carolina barbecue thing. So anyway, that's going to be the project tomorrow, cooking some barbecue. Last weekend I actually did get some actual work done on the locks on the house. I did the front door, got that all straightened out, hardware replaced, and I managed to make 2 videos out of it, which I have not edited together yet, which is another thing I'm going to be doing this weekend, so look for those videos. But yeah, today there's not a whole lot. I've got a few little things. We were talking about on Twitter yesterday evening. Anthony, or Sherrell, he posted on Twitter, posted a little thing about how he had bought a wafer king kit, and when he opened it, the entire package had exploded. So everything was all jumbled up, and I said, that's a big fear of mine with my little mini kit, lab mini pinning kit, because the latch on isn't that secure. So we're going to take a look at how I keep it stored, but I got a lot of good ideas about making a little cardboard sleeve for it, and probably going to make one of those this weekend as well. But anyway, yeah, let's see. Yeah, coal versus gas. Charcoal. How can you make barbecue with a gas grill? No, I just don't see that. I mean, I know gas grilling can be done. I know technically it can be done on a gas grill, but no, no, this is supposed to be over fire, actual fire. Um, Good morning, Ronald. Glad you're here. Everybody else who's joined in. Um, so yeah, not really a whole lot. Just kind of checking in with everybody, seeing how everybody's doing after this week. We finally got a bit of a break from the hot weather we've been having for the last week. Let's see. Well, since Tuesday, we have had nothing but 90 some odd degree heat with about 872% humidity, and every day, and that's not fun at all. But it's actually a little bit cooler today and supposed to stay in the low to mid 80s all weekend, which will be really, really nice. Low humidity. But yeah, so it should be good weather to do some stuff. Yeah, James, that is a hot topic. Um, yeah, I see. The thing is with barbecue, you don't sear it. Because I cook a whole Boston butt or pork shoulder, bone in. The one that I have for this weekend is actually about 8 pounds. And I got it on sale. The thing about those is that, when they're not on sale, they're expensive. They're for an 8 pounder, it's like $28, $29, and when they're on sale though, it's like $10, and you can't pass that deal up. It's a lot of meat. But no, the way that I cook it and the way that most people I know cook it, you just leave it and smoke it in a hot grill for hours on end. The last time I cooked one, it took roughly probably about 8 hours to cook. And then other people actually will cook even longer than that sometimes. The technique that I'm going to try this time is a little bit different. It's from Cook's Country magazine, America's Test Kitchen, which is where I get a lot of my recipes from. And if you're not familiar with them, you should go check them out. They're on the web, on YouTube. But anyway, this one's a little bit different, so I'm going to try it, see how that works out for me, and we'll go from there. But yeah, hopefully it won't take a full 8 hours. But the way that you cook it, you get a good bark on the outside, and it gives it that kind of crispy. But as far as searing it, you don't actually sear it at the end. It just kind of cooks up kind of tough on the outside, I guess. Not really tough, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Cool, Ronald. Yeah. Ronald, what are you cooking this weekend? Lock pickings, yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, I do hate buying meat from the store, but that's about the only. It's not the only option that I have around here, but it's the most affordable option. And honestly, I know plenty of people who do what you said and get a whole pig or or buy half of a cow with somebody. But if I had one, it would probably become more of a pet, and then I couldn't eat it. I know that's bad, but that's how I am. I would rather have not known the subject before it became dinner. But there are options actually nearby. There's a couple farms where they process meat, and you can buy it local from them. And back in March, when there was a run on meat of all kinds, those were about the best places that you could find like ground beef and steaks and stuff like that, because the stores were just wiped out. But anyway, I never had to go and get from them. I was able to find enough stores that had enough and stock up. So yeah, pretty good there. Let's see. Good morning, Don. Just got back. Don, I'm not 50 yet, but I'm at that point where I feel like I'm too old to party too, so don't feel bad. Ronald, yeah, 8 hours before you wrap it, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'll after I get done here, the plan is to go inside and make the spice rub. It's been thawing in the fridge since Tuesday night, so today's a good day to do the spice rub, get it wrapped up, and then I'll let it sit in there until tomorrow morning when I'm ready to start, and then bring it out, and I'll actually put it in the oven, not turn my oven on, but just put it in there to keep it out of the way, keep the cats away from it, really, and let it kind of warm up a little bit before I put it on the grill. That way it'll cook more evenly. But yeah, I'll do a spice rub on it. Let's see here. Okay, Jason. Yeah. Kim's the grill master. I think you mentioned that before. Yeah. I love grilling. There's actually a picture of me floating around somewhere of me grilling when there's about 4 inches of snow on the ground. So I do love to grill. Of course, now that I have a house and a little bit better kitchen than I did at the apartment, I don't do that quite as much, but I think once I get my back porch built, whenever that may be, then I'll probably start doing that again, because of course there's going to be a built-in grilling station back there. Let's see. Yeah, Night Owl. I actually, I'm surrounded by people who deer hunt every year, and I've not had venison in 15, 16 years now. I would love to get some to cook it, but I've never cooked it before, so I would like to try cooking it. Let's see. Oh wow, Ronald, why don't we just all come over to your place? Sounds like you're cooking enough for everybody here. That's pretty good there. I hope you've got more than one smoker. Yeah, James. Yeah, I know. Of course, around here, a lot of people do actually keep them. My chief, he actually does that, and he was telling me a few weeks ago that he had a couple calves born, and I said, well, I know the names of them, sirloin and T-bone. And he kind of chuckled and said, "Well, those names are already taken by two others." So, but yeah, smoked green beans. I've not made smoked green beans. I've actually made smoked eggs before. Jeff Moss actually introduced me to the concept, and I tried it last year. And basically what you do is you hard cook some eggs and then peel them and then set them off to the side on the grill and let them smoke up really good. And they're actually quite tasty that way. I mean, I love eggs. So those were really, really good. Let's see. Done, yeah. Yeah, it's something about us. We like fire with meat. Just kind of something primordial, I guess. Brian, that sounds really good. Okay. Yeah, Night Owl. That's pretty cool. There aren't that many places around here where you can get wild game, served at a restaurant. Normally, you have to be invited to somebody's house to get it. In which case, you can get venison, boar, bear, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Not really any restaurant. A 14-foot long smoker. Wow, that's pretty good, Ronald. Hey, did you make that out of a couple old oil barrels, or an old oil barrel? Is that what you used? Kangaroo tastes like sweet chicken. I think I've had kangaroo jerky before. Like, I got it at a, where was it? It was some sort of place when I was a kid. And you could get, like, various, like alligator jerky, kangaroo jerky. And it all tastes like jerky. I think they just changed the spice blend and used the same sort of meat in it. Wasn't really memorable. Good morning, Rune. Glad you could join us. Yeah, Don. I guess Don would be the expert to know how kangaroo meat should taste. Which is spent hard cold cash. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Had it built. Good morning, Resolution. Let's see. All right. I did want to. I think today what I'm going to do is pull out my bag and we can discuss the Lab Mini Pinning Kit and its pluses and its minuses. I've had mine, for a while now, and like I said, we were talking on Twitter yesterday that the latch isn't that great, so we're going to look at that and look at a couple other things in there. And anyway, but before I drag that out, I did want to share. I got a little envelope with a key in it. I actually got it last week. I hadn't pulled it out. Medico key sent to me by a friend of mine that I've known pretty much my whole life now. and he's into locks and lock picking, lock sport stuff such as that. He doesn't have a channel, just kind of does it on his own. But anyway, he sent me this Medeco key that he had because he knows I collect Medeco. I like Medeco stuff. Fairly level bidding on it. Nothing too impressive, but hey, it's a key. And I actually, this guy right here, that wide open keyway, it actually fits in that. So I don't know if that's the specific keyway or if is a sectional type key or something like that. I don't know that much about Medeco keyways. So anyway, that's over there in the collection. So thank you for sending that to me. You know who you are if you're watching. Anyway, let me get shifted around here. And we're going to look in this guy again. We remember this guy. And the reason why I'm going to pull it straight out of the bag is because of, we were talking yesterday about how the latch is on it. And, I think Jason and I kind of keep ours stored the same way. So I just wanted to pull it out here, and then we can set it aside, and then, set the bag aside, and then we'll pull the kit out and look at the kit. Let me look at the comments real quick. Let's see. Okay, Rune. Yeah, we're just talking about having a long weekend here in the States. I don't know if y'all have a long weekend this weekend. I think the UK had a long weekend last weekend. I'm not sure. But anyway, glad you could stop by though. Medeco original 00 keyway. All right, yeah, Night Owl. What I'll do is I'll post a picture probably over there on Lock Chat with a close up of the keyway for that lock, and then also the key itself. I'll get that this weekend over there. We can look at it. Let's see. Gator steak was pretty good. I don't know if Gator would actually be that great, honestly. Of course, the default is it tastes like chicken, but I don't believe that. The most detailed description I've heard of Gator meat is that it tastes like really fishy chicken that's sort of mushy. And that just doesn't appeal to me. So, I don't know. It might be wrong. It might be the way it was cooked. I'll try anything once. So, Let's see. Alright, Jason. Yeah. Okay, Lynn. Yeah, no worries. I'm here. Still the same address. Let's see. Okay, Night Owl. Yeah. Original. If the coining is just Medeco and branding, it is usually 00. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so let me get the camera swung around here. So if you get motion sick, then just please stand by. Just look away for a moment. You can see how messy the table actually is. But I've been over this bag before. Showed y'all how I've got it set up. So I won't really go into that anymore, but I forget which video it was. But yeah, basically it's an old EMS bag that I've had for a while, and the zippers are really heavy duty. You can compartmentalize a lot of things. This zipper is wonky over on this side. It's got kind of skipped the tracks back here, and I'm not the greatest in the world with zippers. But it folds open, and then there's another fold open part here. So I keep a lot of small tools like files, tweezers, key gauges. Like my most reached for tools go right up here. And then you fold it open. I've got key blanks, tryout keys, some jiggler keys, some bump keys. And then down here I keep some lock cylinders. And then under that, you see how well organized this is. Tape measure and calipers. Always got a hammer or two. Then I've got my key nippers, which this weekend I've got to get some Y11 blanks prepped for impressioning. That's something I meant to take a picture of and share with everybody, get some tips. I've got like some cabinets, like wooden cabinets that have a lever that locks with a little wafer cylinder in it. And there's no way to pull the wafer core out of the lock itself. I felt around in there, so it's not like your regular wafer core where you just pop it out and then slide the blank in there and nibble it down as needed. So I'm actually going to have to impression those. Of course, the Castle Nut or Rhodes Nut tool. All other picks. These are the only picks that I actually keep in here. I really don't keep any picks inside of there. My little 3D printing kit made by Bobby Keys, or not 3D printing kit, but I keep followers and some shims, another pair of tweezers there. This one's kind of warped because it's been in the heat of the vehicle before, but it's really, really cool. I really like it. And then down here under the shop towel, it's what we were talking about. No, not that. This guy right here. And you can see I keep it wrapped up like that. And the reason being is this latch right here is very, very loose. So let me set this over here carefully. And then pull all this other stuff back over here. Bag weighs just a few pounds. Alrighty. So pull this in here. I'm sorry about the glare. There we go. Turn off the desk lamp. If I need to add more light to it, just let me know. See if I can get. There we go. All right. Sorry about the glare right there. Let's see. Let me look at the comments real quick. No, Rune, I don't have a Ruco in my bag. I actually keep it over here to the other side of where the laptop is. That's kind of where I have some of my picking projects and some of my other stuff. Let's get it up there. There we go. That's a good angle. All right, so the whole thing that started this conversation is this little latch right here. And you can see that with it sitting flat, that latch is really easy to disengage, and that should make you nervous because it doesn't really snap. It's like if the lid was up a little bit more, or the little protrusion that's on the lid right here, if you can kind of see that, if it were a little bit higher up, then it would latch a little bit better. I guess I could bend that down a little bit, but I don't think it would make that much of a difference. So with this guy, it really worries me how easy that can just be opened right up, and makes me nervous, really. I don't know if maybe some of the older ones had better latches or what, but I enjoy having this kit. Obviously if I get to the point where I'm doing actual locksmithing, I'll have a full kit. But this one's really nice to have in the bag, and I can keep everything together, and just kind of do what I need to do when I need to. The other thing that I wanted to show, I always keep the little paper here, not really paper but laminated paper, I guess. I always keep that in there to keep them from shifting around. And something that has irked me is, if you look right here under Kwikset, the number 6 is 288, and then we come down here and look at the pins. We go 282, 285 to 291. So there's no 288, yet that's the number 6 cut for Kwikset. So I keep those just in this little baggie that I got out of, it was back before I bought the whole pinning kit. And I bought little individual pin refills off of eBay. And but I quit doing that now that I've got the kit. And so I can just order these. And I've got a lot more of these put away. But yeah. Of course, the springs, I've not had to use really any of the springs out of here. Thought about taking some of them out and just putting this down inside of there, but it seems to work the way I've got it. And like Jason's talked about before in his videos about these, the larger pins, which you hardly ever use, like, the 354 is the largest one in here, which would be for a Yale number 9 cut. They're really deep, really big, and so you can't fit as many of them in there. But again, I like to be able to have that capability. You can see I'm running a little low here on 300 and 306, which the 306, trying to see, I think that's the only thing for that is arrow, according to the chart. And it's nice having the chart right up there, because I don't have these depths memorized. But there's enough to do Schlage and Kwikset except for the number 6. Let's see. Let me look at the comments real quick. They're going over here. Yeah, Don, that's sort of the whole thing. This is disaster in potentia. And Night Owl, that's what I was saying, is try bending that down a little bit. I may take a hammer, just my ball peen hammer or something, try to tap it down a little bit to bend it. Let's see. Yeah, Rune, I think, I remember Tyler posted that picture. Yeah, Night Owl, cardboard sleeves, what we were talking about on Twitter, and lock pickings gal. Actually, I like your idea too. Rubber band it. Um, that would actually work pretty well. Get a couple thick rubber bands and slide around it, just as insurance, um, along with bending that latch down. So now you guys have seen how I keep it stored, and why I keep it stored there and that way. Because obviously you couldn't just throw this in the front pocket of the bag. Otherwise, yeah, first time you picked it up and set it back down again, it would just be all over the place. Nasty. I have just has good and bad days with their metal cases. Let's see. 285 is fine. What? You talking about 285 for the Kwikset number 6, Jason? Sorry, I missed that. Instead of having number 6 pins, the 288, just using the 285. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Night Owl, I guess Kwikset in that comment up your way. Good morning, Anthony. I'm glad you're here. We're just talking about pinning kits, like we were yesterday on your tweet. Let's see. Yeah, Ronald, I keep the whole bag in my, actually in my patrol car, then bring it in on the weekends. But just, because people ask me, hey, can you help me out with things? And, sorry, I got an ant in here. So yeah, I keep it around. Plus, tools like hammers and tape measures, those are handy to have when you're working. I don't work the field like I used to, but it's still good to have some tools around. Let's see. Vice grip and pliers. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, Jason. Yeah. I don't think I've tried the 285, or maybe I tried the 285 and they didn't work right or something. In whichever particular lock I was trying to do. I know Kwikset, the tolerance isn't that great, but, oh well. Let's see, 195. Am I good on those? No. I need to refill my 195s, so that's why I've got those right there. Your eyes illusion when the lid is open. Okay, yeah. Huh. Well, that's interesting, Jason. All the big kits showed 285. Now these are you use the 003, right? Is that what you use, or are you a 005 person? So I thought you were 003. That's what this is. Yeah, Rune, the Kwikset, especially the clones like I've shown before, like the little Walmart brands or, cheapy off brands, kind of like, this guy right here. Yeah, they're so off you probably wouldn't notice using the wrong size pin in it. See, only. Okay, cool. Good morning, Dusty. Glad you're here. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The factory driver pins for that. So I guess the 180 top pins here, I don't know if those would be good enough to make it work, but I doubt it. I don't know. Might be something to try, experiment with. I need some more of those too. I really don't use the top pins out of this kit, and I've used the Masters. The only time I've used the Masters is when I made that little Master demonstration, which I got an interesting comment on that the other day. Yeah, this kind of weird comment, but anyway, let's see. I don't have any scissors out here, so I'll get that filled up in the 195 because that's running kind of low there. I think everything else is looking decent. 225, I need that too. 300, yeah, I need some 300s because I repinned those Everest cylinders, and that's one of the cuts in them. Night Owl, most of the Kwikset clones that I found have chamfers on them. See, this one doesn't really have a chamfer, but it's actually it's halfway decent. Trying to think if I've got another one here. Probably one of these, or definitely this guy. This was a Gatehouse, so I know they've got big chamfers on them. It'll help any pins or keys along, really. Yeah, okay. Gotcha, Jason. Yeah, 288. Yeah, but I mean, I like this little pin kit. And springs. Yeah, I should put some spools in there, just in case. But yeah, this is it. This is my pin kit. I made a video on this like back when I first got it. God, that's been what, 2 years ago now? At least 2 years ago. And so I really haven't, had to do a whole lot with it. I've topped it off a few times, but just certain pins like the Kwikset and some of the Schlage, which I wonder if I have. Keep all my extra pins in the cabinet in here. See if I have any 300 while I'm thinking about it. Plenty of 285, 309, 309. Let's see, 240, 300. Cool. So yeah, I keep all my extra pins just kind of like that in here, because I don't use them nearly as much as y'all do, like Night Owl and Jason. But it's nice to have refills where you can get to them. Where are my scissors? There they are. Alright, we'll just go ahead and fill some of these. And that is, one of the disadvantages of the mini kit is you can't really fit that many pins in there. See, and then
$195. Yeah, we're talking about $195. All the Schlage and Quickset stuff is what I normally use. It's the other thing, you gotta be careful not spilling over. I've never really encountered it where the pins shift in the kit whenever, it's put away, which is a good thing, because if they did, then I couldn't store them the way that I do in my bag. Let's see here. Good morning, JWRM22. Yeah, Jason, state of the pin kit. For September, yes. Everything's looking pretty good. See, I could use a few 180 top pins, that's for sure. But I think all the bottom pins are pretty good. Yeah, I think everything's all right. I do need to order some spools, just some factory spools. I've got plenty laying around. For instance, just, right up here on the pin kit, or on the pinning tray. Some of these guys, I don't really like these guys because they're kind of rounded. And that makes them really simple to pick. Let's see, scroll up through the comments. Okay, Dusty. Yeah, I appreciate that. Normally, I get mine from Brocage or lockpicks.com. Either there or CLK Supplies. Either one, they normally have a good selection and a good stock. Yeah. Actually, y'all, I have to say, y'all remember a while back when let's see. Actually, let me move the camera around here because I want to tell this story. That's about it for the pin kit. But yeah, I want to tell this story and say it. All right, so y'all remember the video I did several months ago, Saturday Live, where I picked the Medeco live, right? Because there was a locksmith that I ran into at work that said it can't be done. Well, a couple weeks ago, I ran into him again. He was coming to the state office that I'm assigned to, and to do some stuff, not related with me, but anyway, and he looked at me and he said, "Medeco man," and anyway, I said, "Yeah." I said, "Did you ever go, look at my channel?" And he said, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Did you see the video that I made specifically for the last time that you and I spoke with each other?" And he said, "No, I didn't watch that." And I said, I told him about picking the Medeco actually on live, and then, taking the entire thing apart on live. And he said, "Well, you must have seen a key beforehand." I said, "No, because I think it was one I didn't have a key for." And anyway, he said, "Well, you can't apply pressure to the sidebar from the outside of it." I said, "You don't have to." He said, "Well, it's a tapered sidebar. Of course you have to." I said, No, not really." And, I told him, I said, if I want to bind the sidebar first, I'd go counterclockwise. If I want to bind the pins first, I'll go clockwise. And, he still didn't get it. But anyway, he did come back again. Saw him again just when was it? Just this past week, maybe week before. And anyway, he and I actually had a really good conversation while he was waiting. And you know, he's a pretty good guy. He's not quite as much of a Frank as I thought, but at first, you know. But hey, a lot of us can be Frank when you first meet us. I know some people call me Frank when they first meet me. I'm not really Frank. But anyway, yeah. So that was actually pretty good. I found out he actually does have a brick and mortar storefront, which is extremely rare in this area. They're like one down here in Gastonia, and then two in Charlotte, maybe still, that are brick and mortar storefront, but everybody else is mobile only in this area. I mean, like everybody, everywhere. So he and I talked about that. He's in another town, kind of west of here. So anyway, but yeah, that resolved pretty well. And so yeah, you saying that about angry locksmiths in the back of the magazines writing letters, about me, wanting to get into it. He's actually really cool, and we talked about a few hardware things, and as long as we don't talk about picking Medicos, he's actually a pretty cool guy. But yeah, March 187th. Yeah. Let's see here. No room. I do not have a Slim Jim in the patrol car. I hate Slim Jims. I've never ever been able to get one to work right. I mean, even when I was locked out myself and I had a Slim Jim, there I had a different patrol car at one time. It was a Chevrolet, and it was having some battery issues, and there was a little monitor that provided the internet access in the car, but it plugged into the diagnostic plug, and it was really cool because I had an app on my phone. We were trying it out, just kind of as a pilot program, and anyway, so I set up the app on my phone in order to let me know if there was anything wrong with the car. And so it would send me an alert to my phone if the battery was getting low. And I used to, I don't anymore, because of the patrol car that I have now, but I used to keep the ignition key in the ignition most all the time. If I was off, I would take it out of the ignition and take it inside, or in this case, I would hide it in the car, and I would have a spare, key, at least one, more likely three, to where I could open up the door. And anyway, long story short, the battery went dead. The locks were power locks. There was no way I could get in. I did not have a spare key. And so I sheepishly called my chief, who brought over this whole brand new Slim Jim kit that he had just purchased. And after about 45 minutes, and we got in using a long reach and reaching across from the passenger side, because in that particular model car, when you pulled on the interior lever, it would not unlock it. You had to actually pull the unlock, which was a pain, a real big pain. And he wound up throwing the entire Slim Jim kit in the back of his pickup truck and leaving it there until he cleaned it out, threw it away. It was useless. But yeah, no Slim Jims, no. About the only
thing that I keep in. About the only thing that I keep around to try to get into a vehicle if I need to without breaking the windows is I keep a set of jiggler keys, and that works pretty well most of the time. I mean, I don't unlock cars for private citizens. Not many agencies do that just because of the liability issues. So yeah, that's about the only car unlocking device that I have. Let's see. Just to brag about doing it. Let's see. All right, Night Owl. Run downstairs. Actually, I would walk down the stairs. Oh wow, Dusty. That's awesome. Awesome. All right, Jason. Yeah, 285. Maybe I'll just pin one up. I don't have all my stuff. I'm not gonna rekey one right here. I've wasted about an hour of time anyway, so yeah, we'll look at that. I'm sure you'll look at that in your live today. In fact, I'll wait for you to look at that in your live today. Let's see here. Confirm during your live. I don't want to miss LPP story time. Yeah. All right. Yeah, the Night Owl. I have. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Yes. A little mini gym. And you know what? I found this to be almost completely useless. I used to keep it in my, in my pick kit, my pocket kit. I don't anymore because it just took up room, and every time I tried to use it, it just completely failed. I keep it nearby just in case, but I think if the metal were a little bit thinner, I think it would work really well. But this one to me is just a little too thick. I could never really get it to do. Of course, I've always kind of sucked at slipping latches, but I might have part to do with it. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, room. Yeah, most law enforcement agencies here in the U.S. do not provide unlocking services. I mean, I know of a few that will, and then a lot of departments where like a supervisor will carry an unlock kit in case if there's a child locked in a hot vehicle, or an animal. To me, if I find an animal that is inside of the vehicle with all the windows rolled up, the vehicle owner deserves to have the windows broken out to rescue that animal, and I will not apologize for doing that. Unless if they can really prove to me that it was completely an accident, but even then, no, you shouldn't have your pets in a car with the windows rolled up completely. Because if they're cracked just enough to where they need to be to get air, even on a cool day, it can still get really hot in the vehicle. And so if the window's cracked about that long, I can normally slip my baton in there and use that as a long reach tool, and works pretty well. I've never had to actually break windows out of a car for a pet, but I would not hesitate to. And I mean, I'm surprised I haven't. In 12 years of being a police officer, I've not encountered that personally. Other officers I've worked with have, but
I've never gotten to. But yeah, anybody who locks a pet in a vehicle deserves to have the windows broken out. You know, skipping the jiggler keys, going straight for that. But let's see. But yeah, we don't carry Slim Jims normally because of or provide unlocking services, which in North Carolina, actually, to provide vehicle unlocking services, the way the law is written, you have to be a licensed locksmith. So, you know, we can do it in an emergency, but otherwise, like tow truck drivers can't do it, which I know that's common in a lot of places, but here they have to be licensed locksmiths. Let's see. Yeah, filing cabinets, yeah. Coat hangers, yeah. That wires is useful. Yeah. Ken, yeah. I've seen a few of those videos. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, the mini gym. I mean, I think if they made that mini gym just a little bit slimmer, I don't know if I got a bad one that was just cut out of some thicker metal. I mean, mine's like probably, what is this, like at least 40 thousandths of an inch thick. Let me compare it to my big pry bar tensioner. Maybe closer to 50 thousandths, so it's not really flexible. And that's what I've found impedes me the times I've tried to use it. But then again, maybe I was just always trying to use it on doors that, were installed correctly, where the little pushy thingy on the latch was engaged, where you couldn't slip it. Let's see. Ronald, what is the hardest lock to pick? The hardest lock to pick is the one that you need to pick, that you know should be simple, but you have an audience standing around you, and for whatever reason, no help from heaven or earth will let you get into that, that lock. That is the hardest one to pick. Whenever you need to get through it, you're aggravated, you're tired, you're frustrated, or you have an audience. Those are the hardest ones to pick. Honestly, that I can say that. Hope that answered your question, Ronald. Let's see. Yeah, Night Owl. I've actually thought about this. I've got an old flexible cutting board in the kitchen, or flexible cutting mat, and it's outlived its usefulness as that. But I might have to bring that out here. I might do that one day. Make some stuff out of it. If I could draw out a good template for it, I would. Got some ideas about that. Awesome project, yeah. Let's see. LPG, yes. Is that not the funnest thing? I mean, I've talked about it before. I was, in the fire department. Started when I was, 14 in the volunteer fire department. Continued on. Stayed in it for a total of about eight years, maybe 9. I was EMT intermediate firefighter. And yes, breaking cars apart with Jaws of Life, that was really, really fun. And also, really fun tip, the Jaws of Life are actually made about 20 minutes away from me. They're over in a little town called Shelby. which is like I said, about 20-25 minutes away. And they make the Jaws of Life there, which is really, really cool. But yes, that was very fun. Yes, Night Owl, the Dead Latch Plunger. Let's see. Alrighty, guys. Well, I am going to go ahead and get off of here. I've wasted enough of your time, an hour and 7 minutes. I'd like to thank all of y'all for showing up. Jason is going to be going on soon, very soon actually, so I'm going to jump off of here, make sure that we all have a break time to get ready for his broadcast. I know he's going to be on shortly. I'm going to carefully put my pinning kit away like I always do, and then probably go in, well, I'll work on some stuff out here for a while, but anyway, everybody, I hope that you have a great weekend. Please be safe. Please, have fun. Enjoy yourselves. But be safe in the process. And, we're all adults. We know how to be safe. We know how to take care of ourselves. Do that. Have a great weekend. Rest up. I will, LPP story time is fun. That's the best compliment I've gotten about my story times in a while, actually. I might just do a random story time video. There are quite a few. Anyway. Alrighty, y'all. Have a great one. Thank you again for for stopping by. Again, be safe. Take care of yourselves. Have some fun this weekend. We've had a really, really weird, really tough year. Have some fun. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. Look after your family. And, we'll see y'all next time. Good podcast. Yeah, appreciate it. If y'all like it, hit the like button. And honestly, if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. I don't care. I don't get money. Just lets me know what I need to do, what I need to change. So, as always, if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. And we'll head over to Jason's at SE Lock and Key for his live. I'm going to try to stick around a good while there. A lot of times whenever Jason gets going, I go between the shop and inside, especially today, trying to set up for cooking tomorrow. And there will be video of tomorrow. It will not be a live stream, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to make that video, whether to record individual clips or just record it, post it, and then put it in a playlist. I'm not sure yet. I'll do whatever's easiest. Anyway, folks, y'all have a great one. And anyway, let's see. All right, y'all have a great one.